Hi everyone, this video is on find angles and congruent triangles. So when we're looking at this picture here, we see the 36 degrees, and then we see that this is across from it. So it's a vertical angle. And we know that vertical angles are supposed to be equal. So that should be 36 degrees. For this picture here, this one, you have to know a little bit about angles on a triangle. You also have to know a little bit about parallelograms. And what you need to know is that this angle here would be equal to this angle over here. You also need to know, so we need to know that that is equal to that. So that's really x here. We also need to know that the angles add to 180 degrees. So in a triangle, the angles all together add to 180 degrees. So if we currently have the 80 and the 20, we already have 100 of the 180, which would mean that the angle that we're looking for here, this x, is going to have to be the remainder of 180 minus 100, which means that x is going to be equal to 80. Okay, for this one, we see the 3.9, we see the 3.1, 3.9, 3.1. That would mean that this angle then goes here, would be the same, and then that would mean that this angle right here would go with this angle here, because they are the same triangles. Okay, this one, similar idea to what we were talking about before. What we need to know in this case is that this angle right here is actually equal to this angle right here. And then again, all of these angles have to add to 180 degrees. So that's 130. So we take away the 130, which would mean that this angle that we're missing then is 50 degrees. I'll do another 4 of these. So again, we have x is right here. We have 30, we have 116. What you need to know is that in parallelograms, this angle and this angle, they would be equal to each other. So that would mean that our answer for this one is 116. For this one, we see the 4.8, the 3.1, 4.8, 3.1. That means that this angle is equal to this angle by vertical angles. That would mean that this angle over here is 86. And that means we don't know what this angle is. So again, the angles in a triangle have to add up to 180 degrees. So we need to do 180 minus 86 minus 53. And I need a calculator for that. So it should be 41. Okay, once again, angles on alternate sides of a diagonal. When you have parallel lines and you have what's called, this is called a transversal. These would actually be called alternate interior angles, but we haven't covered that yet. But what it means is that this angle here is equal to this angle here. Just like this angle right here would be equal to this angle right here. So that would mean our x in this case would be 55. And finally for this one, again, this angle here would match with this angle here. And again, these angles here have to add to 180. So we need to do 180 minus 82 minus 38. And I accidentally closed my calculator, so let me get that again real quick. So 180 minus 82 minus 38. The answer should be 60. Okay, thank you for watching. Hopefully this helped you with angles and congruent triangles.